In 1974, Hyundai Motor Company unveiled the Pony, its first ever model produced on South Korean soil. Before the Pony, Hyundai had only ever overseen repairs and assembly, so developing its own independent model was totally unknown territory. In fact, no South Korean manufacturer had ever mass-produced its own cars domestically before. But Hyundai was undeterred. And not only that, they were determined to do it from scratch, in just 2 short years. After searching the globe, Hyundai decided to take a bet on a young and renowned Giorgetto Giugiaro, asking him to design a compact car based on the Mitsubishi Lancer, not knowing that decades later, he would be named Car Designer of the Century.
È quella di dover valutare, malgrado il desiderio di fare prodotti sempre più avanzati con delle proposte innovative, quello di doversi accontentare di un settore, di un paese che si stava via via organizzando. Quindi ed è nata questa vettura che ha avuto importanza, la Pony.
To work alongside Giugiaro, Hyundai dispatched a team of product engineers to Italy. Assisting them was Mr. Lee Chung-gu, who later went on to become president of the company.
이제 새로 고유 모델을 처음부터 시작한다 그러니까 뭐 어떻게 하는지도 모르고 그냥 출장을 갔던 거죠. 그런데 가서 보니까 하얀 백지에 이제 점을 찍어가면서 선이 나타나기 시작한 거예요. 전혀 모르는 길이죠.
Mr. Lee first came to Turin aged just 29 to start work on the Pony. And now, nearly 50 years later, he's returned to meet Giugiaro.
Molti anni che non ci vediamo. Benvenuto. Il nostro rapporto lavorativo ha una storia abbastanza curiosa. Perché? Noi abbiamo ricevuto un signore che arrivava dalla Corea e che voleva conoscermi e parlarmi di una vettura che volevano fare. Quindi visitai questa fabbrica, ero un po' perplesso a dire la verità, perché parlando di una vettura di grande serie, da una fabbrica che non era così attrezzata.
To get things up and running, they hired George Turnbull, former managing director of British Leyland. He took a leap of faith to work on the other side of the world, for a brand the world was yet to discover.
They had made their minds up, they'd made their decision to get into the motor industry in a big way.
정지영 명회장님은 자동차에 대한 원대한 꿈과 해안을 갖고 계셨기에 우리가 고유 모델 개발 및 독자 기술 축적을 시작하게 됐었죠.
Teams of local specialists were brought in, and a roadmap to production began to unfold.
1 year ago, this was a site with absolutely nothing on it. And in 12 months, we built the factory, which you can see around you today.
Abbiamo avuto una percezione che il gruppo di ingegneri di cui lui era il responsabile, che erano molto determinati per fare velocemente questa vettura, che loro hanno fatto quello che altri hanno impiegato parecchi anni di più.
토리노 모터쇼의 포니가 전시되었을 때의 감흥은 정말 대단했습니다. 이런 짧은 시간에 그 명작을 디자인을 하고 그다음에 수출까지 했다는 거는 이 세상에 어떤 누구도 다시 지금 현재 한다고 그래도 불가사의한 그런 프로젝트를 주제로 덕분에 우리가 해냈고.
Finally, the Pony had arrived, bringing with it founder Chung Ju-young's singular vision to provide mobility to the South Korean people. To put the importance of the Pony's arrival into perspective, only a few years before, just 1 in 500 Koreans owned a car, whilst in the USA, half the population had one. The founder saw cars as the lifeblood of Korea. If a country's land is compared to the human body, roads are blood vessels, and cars are like blood flowing through the vessels. Mobilizing the Korean people to help the country progress was his greatest ambition. So when Hyundai introduced the small but robust and most importantly affordable pony, everyday Koreans could finally hit the road. And sales boomed. Before long, 4 in every 10 new cars sold in Korea were ponies. It was so successful, Hyundai developed variations of the original design for drivers with different occupations and lifestyles. From taxis and pickups to wagons and a 3-door model. There was even a sportier version, the Pony Coupe concept, also designed by Giugiaro. Although development of the project had to be halted in 1981 due to a global economic recession, the coupe concept showed Hyundai's willingness to shake up the industry. The pony quickly became a status symbol in South Korea. People would pose for photographs in front of theirs. It was a sign that you had made it. The pony was so cherished, it earned itself the nickname Gukmin-cha, which translates to the people's car. And the love for this little car has endured into the present day.
저는 계속 이 올드카를 좋아했었어요. 그래서 포니 카페가 처음 생겼을 때 그때 가입을 했죠.
우선 포니는 제가 어렸을 적에 이제 아버님께서 그 택시 운전을 하셨었어요. 그래서 택시 운전을 하시면서 있던 그런 옛날의 향수가 많이 이제 깃들어 있었는데, 지금도 부모님한테 이렇게 차를 끌고 가면 부모님도 그냥 즐거워하세요.
지금은 BTS처럼 한류 콘텐츠가 우리 대한민국을 알리는 걸 많이 하잖아요. 근데 70년대, 80년대는 사실은 우리 대한민국을 알릴 게 별로 없었어요. 근데 이 차가 수출되면 정말 이 차는 움직이는 대한민국 국기 같은 역할을 했었거든요.
In 1976, the first ponies left Korean shores for Ecuador, followed by Belgium, the Netherlands, the UK, and many other countries. And shortly after, in the early 80s, production began on the second generation pony. The restyled and roomier Pony 2 was not only one of the earliest models to employ lighter plastic bumpers, it also marked Hyundai's first step into the North American market and exceeded all sales forecasts when it was exported to Canada, with over 126,000 ponies sold in just a few years. By the end of the 80s, the pony had become much more than a car. It was a cultural icon, loved far and wide by all generations. The pony's success was the catalyst that pushed Hyundai forward. From beginnings as an auto repair shop, the company grew into a construction company and then a car manufacturer, and ultimately, the global powerhouse it is today. And then in 2021, it was immortalized. Hyundai Pony EV Heritage concept, a one-of-a-kind pony modeled on the 3-door model and reimagined with ultra-modern features, a reinterpretation that remains faithful to the original design and pays homage to its history, while also giving a glimpse into the technologies of tomorrow. Back in the real world, Hyundai's Ioniq 5 takes many of its design cues from the pony, whilst the N-Vision Chilsa descends from the Pony Coupe concept, a high-performance model revamped with hydrogen fuel cell technology. In the words of Hyundai's founder, in industrial terms, a country that produces cars perfectly can produce anything, even an aircraft.
We think mobility is not about one decision, but rather about adopting an ever-evolving mindset. With groundbreaking new innovations in artificial intelligence, robotics, and sustainable technologies, Hyundai continues to push the boundaries in making mobility accessible for all. Today, our founder's spirit is more evident than ever in the direction of our company.
And now, Hyundai is taking its vision of progress for humanity to new heights, focusing on the future of mobility with the same challenger spirit that built the pony and mobilized the nation. This is a story of passion, of perseverance, and of pioneering vision, a story that endures to this day, And the first chapter started with this little car, the Pony.